So I'm actually curious. I'm going to go ahead and roll a clip of Nestor Cortez messing with Rafael Devers and his timing. What do you make of starting pitchers who do this? Marcus Stroman, Jody Cueto. Do you think that it's over the top and cheesy, or do you think it's fair game? What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. We have a lot to talk about today. Not only did Vladimir Guerrero Jr. make history, but so did J-Rod. Oh, also, Yadier Molina along with Adam Wainwright, they made some history as well. And I just want to mention Oneil Cruz. This kid, he doesn't make sense. From one Pittsburgh Pirate to another, I wanted to remind you guys that today is Roberto Clemente Day. Not only was he one of the better baseball players of all time, but one of the better humans of all time. Now, without further ado, let's talk about the games from yesterday. Every single run that the Diamondbacks scored came via the long ball. Dalton Varsho now has 25 home runs. Corbin Carroll looks like he could be the next Carl Crawford, but a more powerful version of CC. Not Sabathia, but Carl Crawford. Arizona almost walked it off on a steal of home by Jake McCarthy, but LA just barely beat him to home plate. Now we head to the 10th inning where Craig Kimbrell has the lead, and bye-bye lead. Sergio Alcantara, he smoked a walk-off 3-run bomb. All right, let's shift to the NL East, and yet again, we have to see if the trend continues. If the Mets win, the Braves are going to win. If the Mets lose, the Braves are going to lose. So this first one was all San Francisco Giants. They scored 3 early for Carlos Rodon, who tore apart the Braves lineup one by one. He left with 8 strikeouts over 5 innings. He did allow a single unearned run, but that was it. He had to get taken out early because of a bad blister. Either way, catcher Austin Wynns doubled home 2 more, giving Doval a 3-run lead, and yeah, it was a wrap. Doval, he struck out the side for his 23rd save, so the Braves lose, and so do the Mets. Kind of spoiler, Chicago put up a 6th spot in the very first inning, and I'm pretty sure that the Mets are going to have to reconsider using David Peterson as a long-term starting option. Like, don't get me wrong, he has the tools to be very good, but he is costing them severely as of late. Drew Smyly, he was great yet again. 1 earned run, 5 punch-outs over 5. The Mets lose 6-3, so nothing changes in the 1 and 2 spots. Although I will say the Phillies are starting to make some noise, but we'll talk about them in just a second because let's go ahead and go over the AL Central. Oscar Gonzalez has been nothing short of prime Franmil Reyes the last few days, but if Franmil Reyes had top 10% sprint speed, he's hitting .417 with 4 home runs and 9 RBIs over the last 6 games. And fellow rookie Tyler Freeman clutched up to tie it in the 7th. This kid needs to be playing every single day, just like J-Ram. We do not deserve this guy. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm kind of embarrassed about Cleveland attendance. We are a young team making a playoff push and no one's showing up. Please go to those games. Anyways, before I get upset, Jose now has 72 extra base hits, 111 RBIs, 15 stolen bases, a 152 OPS plus. That is insane production. James Karinchak, he grabbed the save, so now it's time to chat about the Twins and the White Sox. Gary Sanchez roped an RBI double for Sonny, and man, the sun was shining yesterday. Sonny Gray tossed an absolute beauty of a game. He shut out the Royals over 7. He struck out 8 and walked just 1 single hitter. At 32 years old, he almost seems like he's mini JV. He is aging like fine wine, getting better and better. He's nearing a career 30 WAR. The White Sox, they have to win this game after seeing what Cleveland and Minnesota have both done. They just couldn't replicate that same success. The underdog Rockies were somehow able to make Dylan Cease look human as Trejo and Daza, they both drive in an RBI in the 2nd. Now, it's not like Dylan Cease was horrific. He struck out 8 in 5 innings, but Kyle Freeland, he was simply better. The crafty lefty tossed almost 7 shutout innings, I should say, and Daniel Bard now has 30 saves on the season. I'm so happy that he's back in baseball after basically missing nearly a decade of action, and there's really not much else to say, but here's what the standings look like. On the first pitch of this game, Adam Wainwright and Yadier Molina made some history. That is their 325th game together as a battery, which is the most ever by a duo. They've been playing together since 2005. Some of you weren't even born yet, so 17 years, yeah, that'll do it. Waino had himself a great day, and that was in large part because his offense really made him feel confident. Arenado launched his 29th home run. Yadi got in on the action with an RBI single, and Waino tossed 5 quality frames. Lars Nootbaar, he continues to impress with his 12th home run. The machine capped off the scoring. I mean, Albert Pujols has a wild 145 OPS plus. That is his best season since leaving the Cardinals. Ryan Helsley notched his 17th save, so the Brewers are going to need the Padres to take this L if they don't want to lose a game in the wild card race. J-Rod and company ensured that the Padres were definitely going to lose. On that swing, he reached 25 home runs on the season. Remember that number. Eugenio Suarez pops off for his 31st home run. He has 84 RBIs and a 134 OPS plus. Looking like 2018, 2019 2019 Geno all over again. And there is MLB history. J-Rod became the youngest player ever to have a 25-25 season, and he became the first player ever to do it in his first Major League debut season. As a card collector, I thought there's no way he lives up to the prices. Those skyrocketing prices are now discounts considering how good he's been. Santana barreled up a 3-run moonshot for Castillo, who spun another gem. Luis Castillo had 9 punch-outs over 6 shutout. The Mariners, they win easy. So let's see if the Phillies can stay ahead in the wild card race and win their 5th game in a row. Yeah, they won very easily. Harper went the other way for an Oppo Taco. He has 43 extra base hits and 56 RBIs in 80 games. He probably would be the MVP had he not been hit. JT Realmuto has 17 home runs, and then he decided he doesn't like the number 17. He launched his 18th, so he has 18 home runs, 17 stolen bases. Going 2020 as a catcher, that's almost impossible. That is sick. So we talked about J-Rod making some history. Let's talk about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. making some Toronto history. So with that home run in the first inning, he became the youngest Blue Jay ever to have 100 career home runs. I mean, seriously, having 100 home runs before turning 24, that is actually insane to think about. The Jays, they scored 5 total after they came through with a few RBI singles, and Ross Stripling looked fantastic. 6 1/3, 4 strikeouts, only 1 earned run given up. So back-to-back losses pushed the race to 7.5 games back of first place. And yeah, they're back to being 5 games ahead of the Baltimore for the wild card spot. Did I say 5 games back? I meant 4, because the Baltimore Orioles won yesterday. Gunnar Henderson is yet another young freak that has an insane set of tools. He went home to third in 11.12 seconds, which is the 3rd fastest time in baseball this year. So he's a fantastic fielder. He's got pop. He's one of the faster humans in baseball. I mean, I didn't think the left fielder realized that he was that fast. So again, that home to third was the 3rd fastest time in baseball. The 2nd fastest was by this guy, Jorge Mateo, who has 13 home runs, 30 stolen bases, and 11 DRS at shortstop. He's actually been a lot of fun to watch this year. Gunnar ends up scoring the final run for both teams on a 2nd RBI extra base hit, and the Orioles, they look stacked going into 2023, where the owner said that they're ready to spend some money. So you know how Gunnar scored on a Little League home run? Yeah, we have another one to talk about. Glaber was gifted a free 3 spot, but because they were on errors, he's only credited with 1 RBI. Nasty Nestor carved up the Red Sox over 5 brilliant innings. He had 7 strikeouts. And the Yankees, they came away with a 5-3 dub after Clay Holmes saved his 20th game of the year. Kyle Tucker is ending the season incredibly strong. Dude, did he give up another home run? This Hunter Gaddis guy for the Cleveland Guardians has given up, I think, 5 home runs today, and we'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'm upset. But like I said, Kyle Tucker is ending the season incredibly strong. 3 home runs and 8 RBIs over his last 6 games. Bregman thankfully had a sac fly to score the 2nd run, because Christian Javier, he has been ultra impressive all year. He showed off the skills yet again. 6 more shutout innings and 8 strikeouts. He has a 2.87 ERA. Ryan Presley did his thing by striking out 2 more Tigers, and the Astros, they win by 1 single run, so good thing Bregman hit that sac fly. Houston has 93 wins, and they're 43 games over 500. This Dermis Garcia fella is hitting his way into a starting role going into 2023. 13 RBIs, a 177 OPS plus, and 8 extra base hits in his first 21 games. Seth Brown, he has 24 doubles and 22 home runs with a 113 OPS plus. That'll play. VML Machine and Tony Kemp saved Oakland yesterday. I mean, you can see the Rangers, they were not going down without a fight, so the A's offense had to come up huge, and they did via Machine and Tony Kemp. So an error in the 9th inning gave Oakland the lead, and luckily they kept it there for a rare W over their division foes. And last but not least, switch hitter Rodolfo Castro is having himself a pretty good 2022. I'm not gonna lie. In just 53 games played, he has 9 home runs, 5 stolen bases, a 106 OPS plus. So as a 23-year-old switch hitter, Pittsburgh could be onto something there. Speaking of 23-year-olds, there he is again. Oneil Cruz pimped a laser beam Oppo Taco. He has 15 on the season. He's hitting .341 with 4 home runs and 11 RBIs over his last 12 games. Pittsburgh, they win easy 10-4. So that does it for today's recap. I just want to let you guys know I will be at a festival this weekend, so there will still be content on the channel, but it might be a YouTube short, it might be an MLB The Show gameplay, so don't go anywhere. We're still going to have some fun, but I'm going to take a little bit of a break going into the final weeks of the season. So thanks for watching and enjoy the web gems.
Grounded sharply, diving stop by IKF. Fires to first. Got him.
Tonight it's Marwin Gonzalez. Excellent defensive play, and how quickly he got rid of it.
2-pitch. Wong has a good lead. There he goes again. Swing and a miss. Throw to second base, and they got him. There's your strike him out, throw him out. Wainwright and Molina have been outstanding together.
They're having trouble. Toward the middle of the diamond. Lindor runs it down the spinorama, and he got him. Oh, what a play! Francisco Lindor with a jam